Today we will be talking sunscreen and skin cancer. I'm going to end up scooting to my left, bring Tara by herself. I'm going to step behind the camera and ask her some questions about the best way to protect yourself with sunscreens and getting your skin checked, making sure somebody's checking it for you. If you're seeing any types of bumps or any type of mutations. Smile for me. I know you'd rather be out in the Florida sun right now than making this video. But so let's do that. And then on a future coming up video, I'm going to do a reaction video to a police cam that I watched. I think that you guys will find somewhat entertaining. But let's get into this interview with Tara. All right, Tara, you're out there by yourself. Let's talk the importance of sunscreen, especially in the Florida heat, where we're getting hit with sun rays constantly.
The big thing with sunscreen is, of course, number one, you want to just make sure that you're wearing it. You want to make sure that you choose a broad spectrum sunscreen that'll protect you from both UVA and UVB rays. You want to pick a sunscreen that is 30 SPF or higher. You want to do water resistant. It's not waterproof, but water resistant. And you're still going to need to apply it every 2 hours or when you get that finished swimming or excessively sweating. And that's another big thing is you just have to reapply. I know that it's a pain, but it's not just one time and you're done for the day. You definitely need to be reapplying. And if you want to think about it, you really have to use a fair amount of sunscreen to cover your entire body. So a shot glass is an ounce of sunscreen, and you should be using at least that much to cover your body and protect the sun exposed areas.
You buy a bottle of sunscreen and you're seeing the SPF on it, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're protected from both rays. Is that why you're talking about the broad spectrum?
The broad spectrum is just the wording that you want to look for so that you know that you get the protection from both UVA and UVB rays.
We went over sunscreen, and you laid out the most important part of wearing sunscreen, and that's just reapplying every 2 hours.
Yes.
And make sure you're putting that on to protect our skin. Switching over when we're dealing with skin cancer, what are the things that we should be doing to protect ourselves to make sure that we're not getting cancer spots?
So again, the sunscreen is very, very important. Also, wearing hats that protects at least the skin on your face. For men that are bald, it protects your head. Even wearing long sleeves and just keeping as much skin covered as possible. You want to be looking at your skin every so often. I would say at least monthly, be doing like a skin self-exam, having your partner look at your back just for lesions that may be appearing or changing. The most common type of skin cancer is basal cell carcinoma, and it typically it is like a waxy, pearly. It can also have telangiectasia. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but it's like little blood vessels looking in the lesion. And it's like pinkish in color. That would be one that you would definitely want to go see your dermatologist about and have it biopsied and possibly removed. Another type is squamous cell carcinoma. Those ones occur a little more, they're like flaky, they bleed easily, they're like scaly, ulcerated. And as far as squamous cell carcinoma, actinic keratinitis is something that can lead into squamous cell carcinoma. So that occurs when we're a little bit older on sun exposed areas like the head for men or like the face. And again, it'll be lesions that look scaly, and those ones can be tan, yellow, pink in color, and they can work their way into squamous cell carcinoma. So those are also lesions that you'd want to see your dermatologist about and have them, they can be removed with a medication called 5FU, or also with cryotherapy, which is essentially like freezing the lesion. And then the final skin cancer, the one that is not not the most common, but it is the most serious because it metastasizes and spreads quickly, is melanoma. And melanoma, you want to look for, we have a mnemonic and it's A, B, C, D, E. So when you're looking at a lesion, you want to look, A would be asymmetry, B would be border irregularity, C would be color variations. So if part of the lesion was black and part of it was brown. D would be diameter, so larger than 6 millimeters, which you can consider 6 millimeters like the size of a pencil eraser. And then E, evolving or changing. So if the lesion is changing. So those are ones that you definitely want to take seriously as well and go to your dermatologist and have them checked out. And always, any lesion that you're concerned about, go and have it checked out. It's better to be safe than sorry.
So on the three that you described there, is there ever an incident where why skin cancer can be dangerous? I mean, as in, because people might not know that they have it, because obviously it doesn't sound like they're painful. Like you don't
Yeah.
notice that there's no pain to them.
I think a lot of people, we just ignore things, or you think maybe it's always been there. And yeah, if they're not painful or bothering you, I think it is easy to just ignore stuff, and then it can get worse, especially with the melanoma. So those ones that look irregular or growing or changing in colors, you definitely want to get those ones looked at because you don't want to mess around with melanoma.
And then you might have said this before, if you are single, just try your very best to like turn against and look in the
Yeah, I
mirror.
mean, figure out ways to use the mirror to look at your back, and again, it's just really checking. Obviously, skin cancer can happen anywhere on your skin, but really paying attention to the skin exposed areas. And it just takes one bad burn to get skin cancer at some point in your life. And if you think about it, I'm sure most of us have had at least one bad burn in their lives.
So you're telling me the sunburns I had when I was 12
It
are going
can
to
come
come back and
back.
affect me now?
Can
And you're telling me that all the darn wrinkling I'm getting on my face now is because I did not wear my sunscreen when I was younger.
Yeah, absolutely. Wrinkles and all the damage that we do to our skin is from the sun. I mean, all of us love being out in the sun, feels good, it's warm, but it can cause a lot of damage if you don't, protect yourself from it. And your skin is a very important part of your body.
I should listen to my mom.
Yes, and a lot of things.
What you're telling me is I should listen to you now.
Yes.
I gotcha.
Wear your
All
sunscreen.
right. So those are the major ones, and what you were saying is obviously nothing to. If you catch it early, there's nothing to panic about. Obviously, go to your dermatologist or your provider, and then have them take a look at it, and then come up with a plan on how to attack it. But you shouldn't necessarily be stressed if you're getting in early.
Very treatable if it's caught, just like anything else, early.
Okay.
Yes, like I said, the melanoma is the one that spreads a little bit quicker, but basal cell squamous, you see a lesion that popped up or has any of those characteristics, just go. Yes, you can go to your primary care provider and have them check it out first, or you can try to get straight into a dermatologist. And it's not a bad idea, especially again as we age, to make an appointment with a dermatologist and have a yearly thorough skin check of all the skin areas, and just have an expert kind of looking at everything and checking it out.
And that's not really an age factor per se. I mean, even if you're in your
No,
20s or
absolutely.
30s, you should be seeing your dermatologist
Absolutely.
yearly like you would for anything else when you go to your family care or provider.
Yeah, yes.
And then I'm not going to bug you too much longer, but so those are really the main ones, just dealing with the skin cancers, get it checked out, get it taken care of. And losing my train of thought here, I was going to just ask you if you had anything else to add to any of this, or if there's some other things you think I might have missed or didn't ask. But I think for the most part, you covered everything the way we wanted to.
Yep. Just protect your skin when you're out in the sun, and keep an eye on any lesions that pop up or change, or,
All right. Well, I know, and I appreciate you sitting down with me today. I know you'd rather be in a golf cart, taking a ride, or you got some other things going on. But thanks for doing this. Next week, again, I'm going to try to do something more of a reaction video to police body cam. I think you guys might get a kick out of that as well. I'm going to give Tara a week or so off from bugging her and having her sit down with me when she wants to be enjoying this beautiful weather. But until next time, we'll see you on the next one.